Today we are going to cover the submission Kimura lock. It should be in your arsenal because it's very threatening. It's not an essential submission like rear naked choke or juji gatame. It's more of a transitional submission. But if it is in your arsenal, your opponent will be hesitating to put frames on you. Or if you are failing to apply some sorts of submissions, for example, a triangle or a juji gatame, you can always have make a transition into Kimura. So it is not fundamental, but it is crucial. For example, side control, please. John Danaher explains how Gordon Ryan can easily establish mount position against the best guys in the world. He says because he has so many submissions in side control, the opponent is hesitating to frame on him. For example, if I'm going to stall here, just squeeze with my shoulders as much as possible, he's going to be like, okay, I'm going to extend my frames, I'm going to off balance him, and I'm going to put my knee in, and I'm going to high leg, I'm going to get my guard. So I cannot rely on bare chest pressure. I have to be threatening him. So here, I get far side underhook, and I put a wedge with my elbow on his rib cage, and I put my left shoulder on the ground. It's demolition. Now here, let's circle, the other way around. Now here, I'm going to clean this one. It can be a shin pin crucifix, or it can be a scissor crucifix. In this particular scenario, I like shin pin. I'm going to make a transition. I step over, I control his hips. I make a transition to a spider web juji. Or, if I have the scissor crucifix, I'm going to put this wedge, but this is crucial. Here it's not possible. Here if I turn, he can move his shoulder. I want to make him feel like he's miserable and his shoulder is going nowhere and he's barely breathing. I step over and I get an inverted sankaku. Inverted sankaku juji. It's like a triangle. It's not choking him like a traditional triangle choke, but it's making him uncomfortable. But the most important thing is he cannot move his bottom shoulder. So that's why I prefer scissor motion. Shin pin is okay for Kimura as well. Why? Because if I get to here, let's get to here. If I step here, and if he grabs his own wrist, I can use this shin pin to make the grip disengaged and circle. So like grab it strongly. Yeah, so it's in my favor to put my knee on the ground and yank it out. But the problem is he can still move his bottom shoulder. There are some sorts of escapes, but the most common one is he puts his elbow on the ground and there is no more Kimura lock. So can you put this elbow on the ground, left elbow on the ground? Yes. Now it's over. In that regard, that's why I prefer knee up, knee down, this kind of motion, and then scissor. And from the scissor motion, I put this knee under this shoulder, and pinning this shoulder, and stepping over, pulling this knee, and inverted sankaku. Here, he cannot move. By the way, if you want your opponent to turn towards you, which is ideal, use the wedge and turn with the wedge. This is ideal. Here, his bottom shoulder is completely pinned. I need to make a change. I lift this elbow up. I get to the opposite side and I finish the Kimura. One thing about the Kimura. If you learn only one thing in this video, okay, I'm not going to sit hard. If you learn only one thing in this video, make sure that this is the one. So pay attention. If you want to establish a very strong Kimura against bigger guys, this elbow should be on the same line with his shoulder. If this elbow is low, which means I'm reaching out with my elbows and I'm just pushing, it's going to be very difficult to finish. So that's why I engage with my upper body. Doesn't matter if I'm on the bottom or if I'm on top. I'm going to go back and put his elbow all the way over his shoulder. Now breaking his arm is a walk in the park. And the same thing goes with the darts choke. For example, when you choke people, you don't want to reach out with your elbows and squeeze from there. You want to pull him in, pull your elbows towards your kidney, and then torque from there. So let's say that I have the darts choke. If my elbows are here and I choke, like I squeeze my biceps barely, I mean, he's gonna feel a bit uncomfortable, but he's not gonna get choked. But if I pull my elbows all the way to my kidneys, and if I torque, he's gonna feel tremendous amount of pressure. The same thing goes here. So if his opposite shoulder is on the ground, I use the wedge, and I get to here. I sit on him, a perfect sankaku, even better here. So can you hide this? If he's hiding it, I'm not going to pull it, but I'm going to go with my upper body. I'm going to follow him up. And I change and go to elbow situation. Can you do this elbow? You see this elbow to elbow? That's crucial, just like arm bars. Just like arm bars. So I'm here, figure four grip. One thing about the figure four grip, can you walk? One thing about the elbow to figure four grip, yeah, tight. This guy should go all the way in. Not even my wrist, but my forearm should be putting pressure on my wrist. But you know, if you like Craig Jones leg locks, he says, if you want to catch a tight toe hold, he says, you don't go wrist to wrist. He says, you punch it all the way in, and you even push with your forearm. And that's very tight. And toe holds are basically Kimuras applied to the foot instead of the arm. But the same thing goes here. Elbow to elbow, this guy goes all the way in, and I pull this, and after that, I put his wrist next to his scapula. So shoulder and elbow on the same line, but wrist on the opposite line. Now, let's take a look at the bottom position. From the bottom, there is one amazing position against bigger guys. So, in your weight division, triangles are good. And if you cannot triangle to somebody in your own weight division, you need to work on your flexibility. You need to stretch every day. Triangle is the key. But sometimes you're in the gym and the other guy is way bigger than you, way stronger than you. No. And the triangle is not possible. I cannot make a figure 4. Now we are going to do sankaku from the wrong side. What do I mean by the wrong side? I'm going to go to the wrong side. Why? Because most of the time, they're going to go like this, and also, they're going to put pressure, they're going to stack you, and they're really bigger than you. So, okay, I go to the wrong side, and I close it from the wrong side. So what they're going to do next, let's turn this way. They're going to hide it in between their legs. So, this is the wrong position to finish the triangle, but the perfect position to finish the Kimura. Even better than the full guard position, because I completely pin his upper shoulder. I just grab his wrist. I don't care about locking the Kimura. I just care about putting my shoulder next to his elbow. So I cannot, especially if the guy is bigger than me, I cannot lock the Kimura. I'm just gonna circle in and put my, be tight please. I'm gonna put my upper body next to his elbow. From here, be very tight. You can step over with your right? So here, I'm not gonna pull with my arm, as we said in the top position, when we covered top position, we said you gotta be pulling, but I'm not gonna pull with my arm. I'm gonna pull with my upper body by extending. So look at my shoulders and spine. I'm gonna extend it with my spine, so be tight. Don't let me pull the Kimura. Look at my spine, boom! Alright? And then circle. So it can be applied in all positions. Z guard, full guard, the wrong side sankaku triangle. It's all about curling in and extending with the spine, and the Kimura comes with you. Make sure that the elbow is next to your chest. You just pinch it and then you stuck it on your chest, and you extend your chest. It comes with you, and you circle. Everything's. I think it's also similar to how you do heel hooks, because both of them are rotational submissions. So let's say that I have an inside sankaku on him. If I extend my arms and try to yank from here, it might work, but it's not the ultimate thing. The ultimate thing is, just like I did the Kimura, I don't care about locking it. I care about putting my front upper body here. So I just make a connection. And when I pull, I don't pull with my arms. I pull with my upper body. I extend my spine. I can extend all the way here. You see? You see the mobility? So a regular guy, even a fit and flexible guy like him, is gonna tap out half the way through, but the motion can continue all the way here. So, and even the other guy is, let's say, 2 times bigger than me, those rotational submissions are applicable. That's why they are your best bet against very, very big guys. If they say you are going to fight against a big guy, what's your go-to submission? I wouldn't say rear naked choke. Why? Rear naked choke can choke out almost anybody. You know, it makes your maximum bench useless. But if the other guy knows how to T-rex his arms and goes here, and if his arms are 2 times bigger than me, good luck. You know, good luck finding his chin. But if I catch a Kimura, and if I sit with my butt on his nose, and if I torque all the way to the wall, the fight is gonna end. So think about it. And if Kimura is not in your arsenal, add it. Bye bye.
Önce moldan kahve diyor. Kahve geçiyorsan bu odada bir gün geçirmen gerek.